Glory to God in the highest." The story of this miraculous birth began to spread as the shepherds departed, eager to tell anyone who would listen of the wonders they had witnessed. Far away in the east, wise men, Magi, and keen observers of the stars noticed a celestial phenomenon unlike any they had ever seen. "A new star has risen," they declared, recognizing its great significance. "It points to the birth of a king." Resolutely, they embarked on a long and arduous journey, their camels laden with treasures fit for royalty. After weeks of travel, they arrived in Jerusalem, their presence causing a stir in the city. "Where is the King of the Jews who has been born?" they asked, their voices filled with urgency. "We have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him." The question reached the ears of King Herod, who was immediately disturbed. Consumed by fear and suspicion, he summoned the priests and scribes. "Where is the Christ to be born?" he demanded. They answered without hesitation, citing the ancient prophecies. "In Bethlehem of Judea, for it is written that from there shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel." Herod, hiding his sinister intentions behind a veil of piety, called the Magi to him. "Go and search diligently for the child," he instructed. "When you find him, bring me word, so that I too may go and worship him." Guided once again by the star, the Magi traveled to Bethlehem. As the light came to rest above a modest home, they entered and saw the child with Mary, his mother. Overwhelmed with reverence, they bowed before him, offering treasures of gold, signifying kingship, frankincense, symbolizing divinity, and myrrh, foreshadowing sacrifice. "We have seen the King," they declared, their voices filled with devotion and wonder. That night, warned in a dream of Herod's deceit, the Magi departed by another route, their journey now complete. When Herod realized the Magi had not returned, his fury erupted in a monstrous decree. "Kill all the boys under 2 years old in Bethlehem and its vicinity," he roared, his paranoia driving him to unspeakable cruelty. But God, ever watchful, sent an angel to Joseph in a dream. "Get up," the angel commanded. "Take the child and his mother and flee to Egypt. Herod seeks to destroy him." Joseph, shaken yet resolute, obeyed immediately. Under the cover of darkness, the young family fled their homeland for the safety of a foreign land. As Mary held her son close, she whispered through tears, "God is with us." Years later, after the death of Herod, the oppressive shadow over the young family began to lift. One night, an angel appeared to Joseph in a dream, his voice carrying both urgency and reassurance. "Get up," the angel commanded. "Take the child and his mother and return to the land of Israel, for those who sought the child's life are dead." Joseph awoke with a sense of renewed purpose. Trusting fully in God's guidance, he gathered Mary and the child, and together they began the journey home. The road was long and unfamiliar, filled with moments of reflection on the trials they had endured. With each step, Joseph felt the weight of his divine responsibility to protect and nurture the one who would bring salvation to his people. Upon reaching Judea, Joseph learned that Archelaus, Herod's son, now ruled in his father's place. Knowing Archelaus to be as ruthless as his predecessor, Joseph hesitated. But God, ever watchful, sent another dream to guide him. Following the divine instruction, Joseph turned toward Galilee, a more remote and peaceful region. There, in the quiet hills of Nazareth, the family settled, their journey of exile finally at an end. Nazareth was a humble village, far from the grandeur of Jerusalem or the turmoil of Herod's court. Life was simple, marked by the rhythms of daily labor and communal worship. It was here, in this unassuming place, that Jesus grew. The child, full of wisdom and grace, found favor with God and those around him. Under Joseph's care, he learned the trade of a carpenter, his hands growing strong and skilled as he worked with wood and stone. Mary, ever contemplative, watched her son with wonder, treasuring in her heart the glimpses of the extraordinary within the ordinary. As the years passed, Jesus grew in wisdom and grace, finding favor with both God and man. Those who knew him in Nazareth saw only the carpenter's son, a boy who lived and worked among them with humility and quiet strength. He helped Joseph with the tasks of their trade, his hands becoming skilled in shaping wood and stone. Life in Nazareth was simple, marked by daily labor, communal worship, and the rhythms of a devout Jewish community. Yet within him was a divine purpose, quietly unfolding in the simplicity of everyday life. Though outwardly unremarkable, Jesus' presence carried an unspoken depth that hinted at something greater. He lived as any other child of Nazareth, but in him dwelled the fullness of God's plan, waiting for the appointed time to be revealed. That time came at last, when Jesus emerged from the quiet hills of Nazareth to be baptized by John in the Jordan River. As he rose from the water, the heavens opened, and the Spirit of God descended upon him like a dove. A voice from heaven declared, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." It was a moment of divine affirmation, marking the beginning of his public mission. From the Jordan River, where the heavens had opened and the Spirit had descended upon him like a dove, Jesus was led by that same Spirit into the wilderness. It was not by chance but by divine purpose that he entered this vast and desolate place. The landscape stretched endlessly before him, barren and unforgiving. The scorching sun blazed during the day, and the cold of the night wrapped the land in silence. For 40 days and 40 nights Jesus fasted, his body growing weaker with each passing day, yet his spirit remained unyielding. In the solitude, he communed with his Father, drawing strength and preparing for the mission that lay ahead, a mission destined to change the course of history. But as the days wore on, another presence entered the wilderness. The devil, cloaked in cunning and malevolence, approached, intent on derailing God's plan. His eyes gleamed with deceit as he spoke, his voice smooth yet insidious. "If you are the Son of God," he began, gesturing toward the stones scattered across the desert floor, "command these stones to become bread." He sought to exploit Jesus' hunger, to tempt him to use his divine power for self-satisfaction.